Welcome to this week's edition of From the Pressbox, where Leroy is currently going through the time of his life as the Cubs are playing somebody. They're winning, but I just like a little inside baseball. I can see a little picture of Leroy while our intro is playing, and all I could see was him going through it there for a couple of seconds. I saw you throw your hands up in the air, but I can't hear you. I can't see anything. He's now walking away. Clearly, he's stressing too much about this baseball game. Are you good?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Let's see here. So they're challenging. So he stole second. I think he's safe, but I think it's the ninth inning. So Council's just using his challenge just to challenge.
Mm-hmm. Brewers, is it Brewers?
Yes.
Oh, Brewers in that.
Cubs are trying to give the Brewers their third straight loss.
Oh, be darned.
I figured he was safe. I get trying to challenge, but
he's
Paul, game.
Leroy is falling apart right now. He is going through it right now.
Come on.
He's stressing about a game in August like it's Game 7 of the World Series right now, and I actually find it quite funny.
Come on. Oh my gosh, you walked him.
Oh boy, are they blowing it?
No.
Oh boy, that's not a good thing. Oh no,
kind of blowing it.
Not a good thing at all.
How are you tonight, my friend?
Tired, busy week.
I've had an awful week. I'm telling you right now, it's been awful.
It is. Yeah, it's so with high school football season starting on Friday. It's just there's so much to do and only so many hours in the day, kind of thing. I know tomorrow I got a lot to do, and then Friday I got a lot to do, and it is just. It is.
Hey, no one told you had to be here, Paul. No one told you had to be here. We appreciate it, though.
Do you?
For Paul, absolutely.
You're usually quite mean to Paul, so I really wasn't sure about how you feel about that.
I'm quite mean to Paul?
Yes.
I have been nothing but supportive of his crappy baseball team my whole life.
Where they now have a former Cincinnati Red. They get Jake Fraley to go down there and sign it and save the Braves. But on today's show, we're going to kind of have a quicker show. I know you've been busy today, so I don't think you have any of your games, correct?
Because
I don't have any of my games. So let's just we'll just do, and plus with a kickoff of a new pick contest and already the bracket, we'll just take a week off from games. We can talk a little bit about that because we got plenty of picks and so on to jump into as it goes along.
And I have some tidbits, and I have, obviously my questions and everything. But I had a health department meeting tonight where a place got shut down permanently, and that meeting did not get done until about 8:15, 8:30. So
sounds like you're having the time of your life then.
Go call him out and visit. Yeah.
Okay. He's distracted. He's going through it. The Reds are winning right now, at least last time I saw, so that's a good thing. That's at least a positive news. They're about to sweep the Angels, which is, hey, listen, when you're on the West Coast, you got to take any win that you possibly can. But I think to me the biggest news story, at least sports-wise in the week, I've not talked to you about it, but as soon as I saw it, I did kind of like an evil laugh to myself. I think this was Sunday night I saw it because I was just like, oh, Leroy's got to be furious right now. And I think you know exactly where I'm heading. And
full count. Hold on.
It is.
He's going to walk him. I know he's going to walk him.
Oh, boy.
He flipping walked him.
Oh, boy. So the base is loaded?
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Oh, boy.
Brewers are down by 1.
Oh, boy. The Brew Crew, the Black Magic is going to come in and potentially do some more. But Sunday night baseball,
so much.
The Little League game happened, and Rob Manfred on the mic says, hey, expansion is going to be coming, and that would give the league, quote, an opportunity to geographically realign. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, if there's one man I know who will have opinions about this, it is one Mr. Leroy Clamola. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to message him about it because I want to wait and I want to save this for old Wednesday night because something tells me, and I might be wrong, But you've had opinion or two about baseball, just like one or two throughout this show, especially about Rob Manfred. So I felt like it was probably safe to say that you have an opinion on this.
Okay, so if you've been a longtime watcher of this show, you know that I am a big proponent of bringing baseball to Nashville and bringing baseball to Charlotte. Okay? However, alignment should not be the thing that we are concerned about right now. Baseball should be concerned about the fact that there's going to be a lockout in a year and a half. And I'm trying to figure out why we're all tra-la-la-la-la, like 2027 All-Star Game, tra-la-la-la-la, realignment, when we're not sitting there. Cubs win. Let's go!
Oh, London.
3 in a row. Okay. It's not that. Listen, I'm all.
Do we have a podcast now? Is that what it is? Are we allowed to have a podcast now, as you would say?
Right.
Chrissy, will you smack in, please?
The Reds were like this. We just have to.
Listen, I just got an update. As Steven told me, the Angels just tied it up. It's 1-1. I'm okay. So you don't
I'm
see
here
me
now.
panicking.
I'm here now. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's a big deal for us.
Paul's going to want his money back for this.
That's fine. So here's the thing. I'm all for realignment. I really, really am. I think it's a good deal as long as the Cardinals. I saw some crazy thing where the Cardinals leave the NL Central, and like the Cardinals aren't in the same division as the Cubs. You can't do that. The Cardinals.
The Athletic. The Athletic did a proposal, and I want you to just say, because honestly, it was one of those that I read the article and I was like, I actually don't mind this. And I was like, let me just see if this is my, younger mind being more open to change. And I went to the comments section, and the Athletic is typically an older demographic. And everybody was like, I started reading this article expecting to hate it, but I didn't, because it all makes sense. So here's what it is. Let me just give this to you right here.
Yep, go ahead.
So this would be the new National League. Okay, so you are having 4 divisions now. You have the West, the North, the South, and the East. So the West.
For playoffs, what would you have? Just the 2 division winners, or the 4 division winners?
That's a discussion for another time, I guess.
Okay.
But this is what it is. So the National League West: Giants, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks. So with this, the Rockies get moved to the American League. They get moved to the American League. Okay.
Rockies should be in the West anyway. Go ahead.
Okay. The National League South would be Tampa Bay, Miami, Atlanta, and then either Nashville or Charlotte. One of your new teams. You're going to get one of those 2 in that aspect. Okay.
Okay.
The National League East: Mets, Phillies, Nationals, Pirates. And then the National League North: Brewers, Cubs, Reds, Cardinals.
Yep.
Honestly,
not bad.
I don't hate that. And I mean, listen, the Reds, Cubs, Brewers, Cardinals, that's a pretty solid 4, and I don't think any of those 4 teams would be upset about that.
Yeah, they're doing well this year, bud. And the thing is, again, I'm not against realignment. Again, if you've been a long-time proponent
if it expands, it's going to have to. You're going to have realignment.
I am all for Nashville getting a team. I'm on a page that says bring baseball to Charlotte. So I mean, I support these teams, these cities. Nashville Sounds have some of the best minor league attendance records. They've had it for years. They love baseball in Nashville. I just think we're focusing on the wrong stuff right now. I really do. I get it. They're only allowed to talk about certain things, and there are lawyer rules and stuff like that. But he brought it out, and it's just like, it's not. And again, I think if the players came out and said something along the lines of, hey, we've got this going on, like we'd love to see teams in this, I think people would be a whole lot more supportive of it. But it's Manfred, who I feel sometimes is like a certain person living in Washington who just talks to hear himself talk. And that's the thing that I just wonder sometimes, if we just are just throwing out ideas and seeing what sticks, as opposed to why this is good for baseball. And again, I want it to be good for baseball. It needs to be good. And again, I think teams in Nashville, Charlotte, Portland, even Mexico City, if we're really being serious here about or Puerto Rico, if we're really serious about expanding baseball, you can't tell me that a team in Puerto Rico or Mexico City would not do well. They absolutely would. We know it. Dominican Republic, we know they would do very, very well there. So it's not that it's realignment. It's the time that we're talking about it. That's what's driving me nuts about this. It's I feel like there are bigger things that we should be talking about, as opposed to just throwing something against the wall and saying, realignment, guys, yeah. So that's my issue with it.
I just
what about you? I know you're excited for this, a new
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the stories. Like I've read a bunch of these realignment stories just because I don't know, I just find them fun because they're all guessing, you know. And it's
and I'm old enough to remember when Tampa Bay and Colorado came into the league. There was an excitement, and even I'm old enough to remember when Florida and who did the Florida Marlins come in with?
I mean, you had didn't they come in alone? Did
they? They might have. Yeah. But I'm old enough to regardless. Paul, you remember when that happened? There was an excitement. There was an excitement among baseball
when Montreal moved to Washington.
Yes. And not so much for Montreal. I think there was a lot of people that
I guess it was Rockies,
about that, but
Rockies in there too.
Yes, so Rockies, Marlins, and then Rays, Diamondbacks. That's right. So Rockies, Marlins, Rays, Devil Rays, and Diamondbacks came into the league. And I remember when all four of those teams came in, and there was a definite excitement in the air for new teams, new chances to play, and obviously internet wasn't a big thing back then. So, maybe there might have been a different thought process if the internet was a thing. From the circles that I had and from the things I saw, people were generally supportive of those decisions. And I think people will be generally supportive of two new teams in say Nashville and Charlotte or Portland, depending on.
I think you're doing Charlotte or Nashville, and then you're doing Portland or Salt Lake City or something. You're doing a West and an East.
It needs to be Nashville and Portland. If you're doing that decision, it needs to be Nashville and Portland.
I'm interested by this, and I'm interested because like you said, the biggest thing with this is going to be that lockout that's going to happen in a year and a half.
And that's what I'm worried about. Baseball cannot afford
over under
another lockout.
Over under, like, does the All-Star game happen in 2027?
No.
Is there any baseball?
No. And I promise you, and I'm telling you, if there's no baseball in 2027, this
is all a moot point.
Hockey's not going to have to worry about soccer passing it. Baseball's going to have to worry about soccer passing it. Baseball barely survived the 94 strike. And you've heard me make this statement before, Sam. McGuire and Sosa and Griffey saved baseball. Canseco and steroids. And again, I'm not saying Griffey took steroids. That just happened to be. I'm just saying steroid era saved baseball because baseball was dying from 1994. The numbers back it up. Baseball cannot, in 2027, I'm telling you right now, the game that we love, the beloved game that we follow, will either not survive or will not be the same of what we know it to be now. But Sosa, McGuire, and I agree, Paul. So that you got to understand, everyone was locked into that home run derby. Everyone was locked in when Sosa and McGuire came up to the plate. And I wasn't living in Illinois at the time. I was living in Minnesota. The paper ran it. Every day. McGuire hit 2. Sosa hit 1. Here's where they stack up against Babe Ruth. Here's where they stack up against Hank Aaron. Here's where they are how many, and I remember there was even charts like Sosa or McGuire will have to hit this many home runs in this many days to be able to break.
Could baseball have something like that again?
It needs it.
Can they though? Like, is there something out there that could happen that would claim that in today's day and age? And I'm legitimately asking this as a question. I don't know that there is. Because I'm trying to think, who are the players in the game right now that could do it? Shohei, Judge. Honestly, Ellie is probably getting close to that conversation of just being a star that young kids like.
But baseball needs an identity. And baseball has a marketing problem.
Yeah, I mean, the best player in the game of the last 15 years could walk down the street in probably his own home stadium, and most people wouldn't know who Mike Trout is.
No. And that's a problem. And I've said it about other sports that I follow too. NASCAR is running into the same issue.
Whereas you put up a picture of Patrick Mahomes, and people are going to know it's Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. You're going to know those guys. And I mean, you had a couple of years ago where Judge went on the run to break the American League record. And I remember I got really mad at that because they cut away from like a UK football game to show that. I was like, can we not? Like, I don't care. And I think that one he was like 3 away or something. I was like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
But Paul's right. We do not have Schwarber. Schwarber could do it.
Future Cincinnati Red, Kyle Schwarber?
Indiana Hall of Famer, Kyle Schwarber.
He's going to become a Red next year.
Big thumper,
the dumper.
Big dumper. But again,
do you see his bobblehead or the bobble butt?
I did.
They made one with his butt there.
But again, I just don't know if baseball has the star power to survive another strike/lockout like they did in '94. I'm telling you, with social media being what it is, I don't necessarily know if baseball survives another issue. I just don't.
It's intriguing too with this. I mean, you're looking at last year's World Series. You had arguably two of the biggest brands in the sport. Dodgers, Yankees. If you ask baseball, probably didn't want anything else. But is that good for the game, or would it be better for Diamondbacks, Rangers?
Well, and I mean, think about it. This year you could have the Brewers, Tigers in the World Series. You could have a Milwaukee, Detroit World Series. Does that put butts in seats?
I'd watch it. I'd watch it where I don't know that I watched much of Yankees Dodgers last year. Now, part of that is because that time of year is incredibly busy, and as you know, there's only so much time in the day. But also, that didn't necessarily excite me for it. But so what would
excite you? What series? If the Reds weren't in it, what series would excite you to watch?
Reds against anybody? I'd be there. Easy answer. I would be excited to see the Brewers in it.
Ugh.
But see, also I have the connection to the Brewers too.
Yes,
because their pitching coach
and I root for the Tigers because I lived in Michigan for a long time, and I grew
pitching
up knowing all those teams, and
their pitching coach son and I were really, really good friends in high school, and I mean literally he Chris Hook coached me to pitch, so like there is a connection there. Every time I see him on TV, I'm like, hey, there's Chris. I know. But
so we know that this comes down to marketing. Teams are struggling to find marketing to reach younger crowds. But I don't necessarily know if football does marketing correctly either. I just think football is one of those things where you don't need to, right? At least
it's a well-oiled machine.
At least at this point, and I'm not talking about the future or college football or anything like that, but at this point, the NFL does not need to do anything different than what they're doing right now to continue to bring people in.
One of the things that baseball deals with a lot is fatigue. There's so many games. There's so many games. Whereas
we're in August, we're already tired. Yes.
Yeah. Whereas football, fans know it's once a week. I just have to give 3 hours a week. Whereas if you want to be all in as a Reds or a Cubs or a whoever fan, You have games 6 days a week. Now, obviously, can you be a fan and not watch any of those games? Of course. You can still be a diehard, but you still got to keep up with that, whereas a football game is doing that. And I mean, like Paul's right. Baseball game's not near as exciting as a football game. It's not. I mean, listen, we both love the game of baseball, but football does have that. Fantasy football is a much bigger deal.
As a fan of a really bad football team, that's not necessarily always true.
Speaking of that, you ready for Paul's stats of the week? It ties right in. It ties right in.
What horrible Bears?
Do you want a Rex Grossman stat?
What horrible stat did Paul grab this week?
Do you want a Rex Grossman stat?
Sure.
From 2006, Rex Grossman had a game where he had 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 2 lost fumbles. But do you remember what happened that game?
They still won the game.
They still won. The Bears still won. 6 turnovers, but yet the Bears still won the football game. Steve Young played 15 years, made the Hall of Fame, threw 232 touchdowns, and never took a shotgun snap. That's a fun stat, Paul. I'll give you that. That's a fun stat. I like that one because I never would have believed that. And Joe Theismann changed the way his name was pronounced in college so it would rhyme with Heisman. Before that, it was pronounced Thiesman.
Oh, I thought it was Theismann. Okay.
Thiesman. I don't think I knew that.
Interesting.
I don't think I knew that. John's stat of the day is the Colts are on their 11th quarterback since Andrew Luck retired.
Yeah, way to go, Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Colts. Good job.
I do have Paul is throwing in a Paul's tidbit of the day. And that is that the Bears are signing Tyson Bagent to a 2-year contract extension worth $10 million. And Paul, let me see what Paul's exact quote was on this because I think it's important.
Jay Cutler was the last quarterback to get a contract extension.
So Paul's exact word to said extension was, and of course it's not letting me open it up now. Why is it not doing? He said, I think he played decent. He's probably going to take Caleb's job. And that is Paul's tidbit of the week. Do you have any other tidbits to throw in, or do you want to jump into some other stuff? I guess play clock will be next.
All that realignment was the very first thing on my tidbits to talk about tonight. So I'm glad you brought that up.
I felt like it was the most important thing to talk about.
John Malone is extra sad. Sophie Cunningham out for the year. There's been accusations that the Sun have found some joy in injuring players and that they're kind of dirty. No word from the league. Speaking of that, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark suffered a bone bruise on her left ankle during a workout earlier this month. Clark has since been rehabbing the ankle concurrently with the right groin injury that has also sidelined her. Fever announced that Clark has no timetable for her return. A bullet penetrated the glass in the practice facility office of Andy Reid while the Kansas City Chiefs head coach was working alone in it last year. Reid was unharmed, Captain Jake Pacina telling the Kansas City Star that the shot was fired outside the facility in Kansas City, went through the glass of Reid's office, lodging into a wall about 15 feet from where he was sitting shortly after midnight local time, May 4th of 2024. Demarcus Robinson for the 49ers has been suspended for 3 games of the season as part of the fallout from a misdemeanor DUI charge. Boog Shiambi and JD and Jim DeShays are buying mozzarella sticks or breadsticks for the entire bar in Iowa after they said if the Cubs turned a double play at that at bat that they would do so. The Cubs in fact did turn a double play, and apparently Boog and JD both sent money over to the bar to take care of everybody's tab while they were over there. Have you ever called a play before it happened in a game?
Yes. I did a football game. In fact, the scrimmage that we went to this past Friday was the location that it happened. And my color analyst at the time is now an assistant football coach. And I think I made I don't know that I brought it up to him, but I was like, hey, I think we kind of remembered. But I said, it was leading into the play. And I said, you know what, Kaler would be really good here? A Caden Hanshaw interception. And bang, next play, interception. He takes it 90 yards. I told Kaler, I said, I think I just have to retire. I just have to retire.
It's one thing when we're sitting on the couch to say he's going to strike out here. It's quite another when you've got the headphones. I don't know. There's something about having the headphones on there and saying it out loud.
Steven, is there any in basketball that comes to your mind that we've done? None come directly to mind. That interception because I specifically said intercept, and the ball was at like the 50. They were driving. It was intercepted, right player, and it was. I just nailed it. I nailed it.
Cam Newton is having his jersey retired by Auburn, and speculation today that there is either a very large meteor or possibly aliens that will be reaching the Earth in approximately 110 days. Apparently, it's flying through the Milky Way at about 135,000 miles an hour. And while original thoughts were that it was an asteroid, one Harvard scientist is saying that the shape and noises that are coming from it are very reminiscent of what an alien would sound like. Although I question if he knows what alien. I don't know. Regardless, we might only have like 8 shows left of this before we reach the end. So it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with all of you.
Okay, Steven's bringing up Jack over E10, which is a buzzer beater. Can a buzzer beater count in this realm?
Did you call it before it happened?
Yeah, but if the best player takes the shot, and I just,
it's not as good. It's not as good.
The interception was the one that was perfect.
But those are my tidbits. Although Jerry Jones is convinced that Micah Parsons will be a Cowboy at the start of the season. So
I believe it, right? I believe it. Okay, time for a little play clock segment. 40 seconds to ask or answer a question here. Would you like to ask or answer, Leroy?
I will ask first because I heard this question the other day and I thought, man, this is perfect for Sam Gormley.
Oh gosh.
So, Sam, you and I have talked at great length about whether or not you could hit the ball, not necessarily get a hit, but hit the ball against a major league pitcher. Okay? So the question is how many hits would you get in 10 at-bats, 10, against a little league pitcher? Now, keep in mind, the top little league pitcher right now is throwing 82 miles an hour.
So, wait, am I any little league pitcher?
Yeah, I'm going to go any little league pitcher. How many hits do you think?
If I go down to the Litchfield ballpark right now, I'm going to take some of those kids long. No question about that. Yeah. Now I have not swung a bat in at least 10 years though. At least 10 years is probably the last time I swung a bat. So if I have to go in there completely, like I don't get any like warm up swings, I'm probably going to struggle a little bit.
And put you at the plate. You get 10 swings.
See, if I get to warm up in the cage a little bit, I don't know how many hits I'm going to have, but I'd have quite a few. Now, if I'm going to go up against a legitimate dude, I'd probably struggle. They
interviewed some guy who was like had a worse hairline than me. It was like 240 pounds both ways, and he was like, yeah, I could go up there and get 8 hits. I know I could. And the lady was interviewing him was like,
okay. We're going to do a Mount Rushmore for you. Are you ready?
Oh, you know how much I despise and love these at the same time.
That's exactly why I'm doing it. Mount Rushmore, Leroy, of pizza toppings.
See, that's not fair because I'm always going to give the wrong responses on this. So I will take, if I have to pick 4, you're going to hate one of my responses. So it's going to be sausage, pepperoni, mushrooms, and
don't do it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to. Yeah, black olives.
Okay, yeah, no, we agreed on 3 or 4.
Green pepper just missed the cut.
Okay. And see, cheese. I don't know that I'm counting. I feel like cheese is it's on there.
And Christy knows. I cannot do just a cheese pizza.
Nope.
I gotta have something on that thing.
I'd probably, instead of mushrooms, I'd go with a banana pepper. instead. I like the banana pepper on the pizza. I'm just glad you didn't say pineapple.
No, and again, I'll say it. I like ham, pineapple. I like Hawaiian pizza. I really do. But it's not on my Mount Rushmore pizza.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Sam, real simple question. What has been the happiest moment of your life?
Oh, gosh. That's like the one that does come to mind of being like surreal, but also at the same time, it was tough to really process to just quite how happy it was like when the Bengals broke the streak of the playoff games and they beat the Raiders. And then right there, like that, I might just say the Bengals Super Bowl run. That stretch there of a couple of weeks, it was Steven. That stretch of a couple of weeks was incredible. Because literally nothing could bring me down. And then life said, you don't get to be truly happy. See, now you have to pick one of your kids. Which one you were the happiest for, right?
Northwestern finally winning a bowl game. I'm just kidding.
Will always be his favorite.
No, Cubs winning the World Series got to be pretty high up on that list.
Not your wedding day?
It was my second one.
I'm chopped liver.
Yeah, well,
she's literally sitting next to me.
I know, that's why I said it.
Thanks.
How's Angel Reese doing, Christy?
Ick.
Leroy, you have to delete one forever. You have to.
Okay.
Angel Reese.
Stop
Pizza, burgers, tacos, or chicken wings. Which one are you getting rid of?
Taco.
Pizza.
Defend it.
Pizza. Yep. Usually I have all four of those. And listen, burgers, burgers was probably my original thought, but I could go without pizza, man. I love pizza. It's a nice, easy meal I can do. I cannot do without tacos. Burgers have been a staple of my life for forever. What was the other choice? Pizza, wings? Tacos, burgers, wings. Oh man,
you love wings.
Oh man, you can't go wrong with. And I probably don't eat them right as opposed to what other people have when it comes to wings.
How do you eat them?
But I do.
How do you eat them?
I feel like you, Sam, would have like a certain like wings have to be done a certain way. What is your wing order?
No, like a normal human being?
Yeah. Yeah, but your normal human being is like what everyone else's normal human being is. See, Paul agrees. Pizza.
Like,
what do you get from B-dubs? What do you get from B-dubs?
It depends. I do a lot of B-dubs street tacos are pretty good. I'll get those sometimes. I'll do a burger sometimes. I'll get wings sometimes. I'll get a little bit of everything from them. Wings would probably be my answer of those four, just because I don't think I could get rid of the other three.
Be hard.
I mean,
it'd be hard.
Tacos, pizza, burgers.
Whoever's bright idea it was to take some dough and put all the toppings on it and then throw it in the oven, we salute you.
I don't know how I could get rid of that. There's no question about that. Alrighty, Steven agrees with me in saying wings. Wings with that, not the band, but the food. You can't get rid of that band, can you?
Oh no.
You love that. Alrighty. Next round.
Beatles just announced that they're going to be releasing a new like anthology album, and I'm all like super pumped, even though nobody else cares.
The next round of the best cartoon character bracket. Are you ready? We are down now.
I guess so. Yeah, let's go.
16 left. Please, if you're watching in the comments section, drop in your vote for this as well. Alrighty. The first matchup today. Wile E. Coyote against Cat Dog.
I just want you to know that I've been listening to Christy complain this whole time about how none of her picks have gone through, and this is the worst tournament that we've done.
Yeah, we just talked about
in a while. Mm-hmm. So, what were the choices? Wiley and who?
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Wiley. Come on now.
I'm voting for Wiley Coyote. She's voting for Cat Dog.
Christy says Cat Dog.
4 votes for Wiley Coyote, 2 votes for Cat Dog. Wiley Coyote eliminates Cat Dog.
Not bad for somebody that doesn't talk.
Snoopy takes on Bart Simpson. Snoopy takes on Bart Simpson. It's got to be Bart.
No.
Christy,
did anybody ask you?
Hey, I'm giving you my choice.
You're gonna get me in trouble. Shut up.
Yeah, she can't do anything to me. I'm too far away. She doesn't know where I live.
We're in Kentucky.
Really good.
Address.
Really good.
I have your address.
No, she does have my address. Yes, she does. Okay, what is your vote?
Snoopy.
Snoopy eliminates Bart Simpson. Wow.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know that I agree with that, but it's why it's a democracy here.
Yeah.
Next up, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown takes on Goofy.
Charlie
Brown takes on Goofy.
Charlie Brown.
Goofy.
It's not a great matchup. It's not a great matchup here.
No.
It's not. I'm gonna take Goofy. I don't necessarily love it though.
Charlie Brown.
Okay, we got 3 votes for Goofy, 1 vote for Charlie Brown.
John votes for Yuck,
which is Goofy, and Paul hates dogs.
Paul, it's a horrible matchup anyway. So
it is. Goofy advances though. Next up, Butters from South Park against Bugs Bunny.
Oh, poor Butters.
I gotta vote for Butters. I'm giving Butters a vote.
Are you Bugs Bunny? Come on.
I love Butters.
He might be Final Four contendant.
I'll do Bugs Bunny.
Butters. I just want Butters. Oh, okay. At least I'm not the only one that votes for Butters. That's 3 votes though for Bugs Bunny. If Paul votes for Butters though, it's going to go to the coin flip. But my assumption is Paul will vote for Bugs Bunny, and yes, he has Bugs Bunny. So Bugs Bunny advances. So next week we'll have Bugs Bunny against Goofy. There you go. Interesting matchup. Next up, Yogi Bear and his a picnic basket against Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
Peter against Yogi Bear. Yeah, I got to vote for Peter. So we got 2 votes for Peter, 1 vote for Yogi. So Peter Griffin against Yogi Bear. We got a 3rd vote for Peter, 2nd vote for Yogi. And Paul votes for PETA. And Peter Griffin advances to the next round. Next up. Oh, look, it's a dog. Is that Yoda or Luke or
Luke?
Did you have a dog named Yoda?
We did.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Nope.
No, he was annoying and
it was Crystal's dog.
He bit my mother.
Oh. Scooby-Doo against Garfield. Scooby-Doo against Garfield. It's Scooby-Doo, and it's not, like, even close.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo advances.
No, it doesn't!
How do you... Okay, there's another vote for Scooby, 3 votes for Scooby. Yeah, I mean, come on. So you really never watched Scooby-Doo growing up?
Not really, bud.
Paul is voting for Scoopy. Scooby-Doo advances, though.
Why are you kicking me?
Next up, got a couple tough matchups here.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold from Hey Arnold against Lois Griffin.
Arnold.
Ugh. Ugh.
They're shitty anyways.
Christy.
Sorry, they're all crappy.
Yeah. There are kids that watch the show.
My kid, she's in bed.
There are other children in the world.
Okay. So Christy voted for Arnold?
Yes. I'm canceling out her vote and voting for Lois.
So if I vote for Lois, it goes to a coin flip.
Okay.
Lois beat Angelica Pickles and He-Man. So she's had a pretty easy run. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to vote for Lois. I'm going to make it go to a coin flip. Alexa, volume 10. Okay, so Arnold is heads. Lois is tails, okay?
And she's won every time. Paul, what does that say about you?
Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay, flipping.
He-Man.
It's tails.
It's tails. Lois Griffin advances to the next round,
Paul.
much to Paul's chagrin. Final matchup. Velma from Scooby-Doo against Hank Hill. Velma from Scooby-Doo against Hank Hill. You're voting for Velma, but not Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll also vote for Velma.
It wasn't that it was Scooby. It was who Scooby was going against.
Mm-hmm. I'll vote for Velma here. Steven is voting for Velma.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
We got two. So we got 2 votes for. So you voted for Velma. 3 votes for Velma. 2 votes for Hank. Who is she voting for?
The other one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Velma Dinkley against Hank Hill. Christy, who are you voting for?
Which one?
Hank Hill or the other one?
Yeah.
Or Velma?
Which one?
Hank Hill.
Hank Hill, she says.
Okay, so that's going to go to another coin flip. Velma is heads. Hank Hill is tails.
I've never been more fine with either one in my life.
Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay, flipping. It's
You're
heads.
scratching this morning, really?
It is heads. It is heads. Velma advances to the next round. So that creates our quarterfinals, and then there were 8. It will be next week on the show, Wile E. Coyote against Snoopy,
Okay.
Goofy against Bugs Bunny, Peter Griffin against Scooby-Doo, and Lois Griffin against Velma Dinkley. That's a weird matchup right there. One of those 2 is going to make the final 4. So there you go. And then there were 8. And then there were 8. All righty. You don't have any autographs this week.
I do not.
So it is time now for the final pick for the NASCAR pick contest for this season. Last week, though,
where they at?
Daytona. Last week, the winner was Steven Smith for predicting Austin Dillon, who won the race. He won the race. So he got 54 points. Second place last week was you, Leroy, with 35. You picked Denny Hamlin. I got 33 for Joey Logano. John got 10 for Noah Gragson. And Paul Reeves did a phenomenal job predicting Chase Elliott, who got, you know how many points he got, Leroy?
-4.
1. He got 1. So the odds or the point totals right now, the standings. In first place, I have 780. Leroy, you have 702. Paul has 570. John has 451. Mike has 147, and Steven has 127.
You jumped out to that big of a lead. Oh,
I
wait,
did.
because you took away my thing from last. That's how you did it. How interesting that the person who's in first place got to dictate the rules moving forward. That's fantastic. Go ahead, though.
Okay, you know what? I'll give myself a 0 then for last week too. Do you want to do that?
No, stop
yes.
it. You're fine.
Steven, you can take him 2 weeks in a row. You cannot take him 3 weeks in a row. So it doesn't matter.
Three
for
years
this.
either.
3 years. Yeah, you can't take him for 3 straight years.
I will do Christopher Bell though, Sam.
Okay, he's gonna go with Bell. I'm gonna take Austin Cindric. I'm gonna have some fun. We're gonna go off the
You know what it is? Well, you know what? It may not be your year for the Braves, but it is your year to get registered to get some Indy 500 tickets and watch cars go around in circles 200 times.
Oh boy, he can't wait. So there we go. All righty. You know what time it is now? Running it back. Year 3 of our pick contest. So again, how this works is each week throughout, this runs until the Super Bowl. I will pick the game Leroy will broadcast that week. Leroy will pick the game I will broadcast. Then we will also pick the Bengals game, the Bears game, the Kentucky game, the Northwestern game, and then the WKU game. And then also, we will each pick, Leroy and I will each pick 2 games each week that are either in the NFL or college that are doing that. We also have America's pick for this. America, whatever majority says in the comment section is who you all will get to pick that week. You will fluctuate in our game of the week. So whereas this week you all will be predicting the Grayson County game because the Taylorville doesn't play, whereas next week you will join me in predicting the Taylorville game. Make sense?
And Paul is very, very go ahead.
He got very mad last week at you, America, for going against him. So we also are bringing back
like America.
East America is so bad. So how this goes to is for the first 3 weeks of our football seasons, Leroy and I will get to ask each other 3 questions. So in week 1, we'll be able to ask 3 questions. In week 2, 2 questions, and in week 3,
and
1 question.
I need you to understand.
So the questions though can be yes or no, or like 1 or 2 word answers. We can't ask, can you break down the offense? It needs to be very simple answers. So,
right. And I need you to understand that for the first time in 6 years, I have gotten a roster ahead of time.
Oh boy!
I have never, in 6 years that I've done Taylorville football, I have never once gotten. But this year,
okay, are you ready to open us up here? So,
I am, my friend.
The game on Friday night, the Tobacco Bowl, the 49th annual Tobacco Bowl, Grayson County travels to Edmonson County. Some call it the Stephen Smith Bowl because Stephen went to Edmonson County, but kids go to Grayson County. He's a broadcaster on the Grayson County side, so he's got the house divided flag up. Leroy, you get 3 questions about the Cougs / Tobacco Bowl. Yes or no, or simple answers. What are your questions? Tell me about the game and tell me about the Cougs.
How many stars are returning? For Grayson.
Oh gosh. Let's see here. I can tell you here off the top of my bat that they graduated 5 players from last year, and 4 of them were active players on both sides of the ball.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you get 2 more.
What year is your quarterback?
He is a senior.
Okay. All right. What do you think is the hardest game on your schedule this year?
Bowling Green. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Okay. All righty, Leroy. Who you got? The 49th annual Tobacco Bowl. I'll even tell you this. The all-time series between Grayson County and Edmonson County is knotted up at 24. It's a rubber match of all rubber match. Who do you got? Grayson County or Edmonson County?
What's Washington State's nickname?
They happen to be the Cougs.
Oh, well, there you go.
So you're taking the Cougs?
I am, sir.
Okay, America, John is voting for the Cougs. Paul and Steven, if you want to drop in a pick there in the comment section, we will gladly take it to see what America's pick of the week for the Tobacco Bowl on Friday night will be. Steven might not be able to pick. He might be too torn. Steven's pick of the Cougs.
Press F in the chat for respect.
Steven knows in his heart of heart that the Cougs are the favorite, but it's a rivalry game. Throw it all out. You throw it all out. And Paul has not commented. He is protesting America's pick, it seems like. Okay. There it is. Tears in his eyes is picking the Cougs. Whoever plays the Cougs, says Paul. What a jerk. The heel turn for Paul, but America's pick is the Cougs of picking Grayson County to beat Edmonson County. We do have, though, a pick for both of us this week and everybody, because Sam Houston State travels to WKU on Saturday evening, a week 0 college football game. Leroy, do you have Sam Houston State, whose nickname is what? Do you know this?
Renegades.
No. They're the Bearcats, but it's spelled with a K.
That's stupid.
I
don't
agree.
know. I watched the STAA thing today with my two coworkers, the football thing. Have you watched this yet?
No.
STAA, which is something that Sam and I both are part of, sent out a football guide for play-by-play, and they had tips on there, and one of the play-by-play stuff was from a team called the Johnnies, and I don't necessarily think I could ever broadcast for them because I would have to stop myself from laughing, because I think Johnnies is an absolutely hysterical name for a football team. So
I'm picking WKU in this game.
100%.
I don't know what I just did to my spreadsheet over here, but it is what in the heck just happened here? I have no idea what I just did. I got to pull up my spreadsheet. Where did it go?
You broke it.
I did break it. Okay, you were picking. What did you pick?
WKU.
WKU there. Steven is picking WKU. America, what is going to be your pick? So John is picking WKU as well. That's 2 votes for the tops. Paul's probably going to pick Sam Houston State, but it's not going to matter. America goes for WKU. And now, as we did last year, you have to pick a game for me that only I can pick to balance out the scoring.
That's right. So hold on a second.
So America, you don't get to pick this one. This is just for me since I can't pick the Grayson County game. This is to keep things even.
While I'm looking this up, Sam, I want you to give your 30-second how are you feeling about the Bengals going into week at this point?
I don't know why that just made me laugh. Yeah, I mean, listen, the defense is going to be a problem, but they're going to be able to score a lot of runs and a lot of points, rather. And I just looked and I got a Reds tweet that came through, so I was thinking about that. I don't know. It's just Trey Hendrickson will not be traded. I can tell you that aspect. I'm just along for the ride.
Wildcat Cyclones. Iowa State taking on Kansas State in Kansas.
No, it is not in Kansas. It is in Ireland.
Oh, yes. Well, then that's even better. I'll never forget the year that
I'll take Kansas State.
I'll never forget the year that Northwestern destroyed Nebraska and Ireland, and everybody was like, "Oh, Northwestern can have a great season," and then we didn't win a single game on American soil.
That was like year before last, wasn't it?
3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Again, America, you don't get to pick this one. You can pick it for fun, but I'm the only one that gets to do this. So there we go. This will run each week through the Super Bowl. So the last pick we make is the Super Bowl. Maybe somebody can knock me off the pedestal. I've won back-to-back years. You did much better last year than you did the year before. The year before, you were bad. You were bad. And I think you'd admit that. You were bad. Last year, you very much improved. And you were even worse when we did this when we hosted Red Zone. You were real bad when we hosted Red Zone.
Red Zone, that was awful. Oh, my God. Thank goodness. Thank goodness most of those tapes have been destroyed.
Oh, but the graphics still live on the Facebook page. I remember that, if my memory's right, going into the last week, I didn't even have to pick. Like, I think I could have gotten all of them wrong and still would have won by like 5 points. Yeah, I pretty much did. It was fantastic with that. All righty. Well, we kind of whipped through this, but again, we started a little bit late. You got scrimmage on Friday, right?
I do. We have our purple and gold scrimmage on Friday. And
did you ever conclude
the
female goat?
I did not. We put a poll up on, or I put a poll up on from the Pressbox's Facebook page, asking, because the question got asked, who the female goat is. Now, most people said it was either Serena or it was Simone Biles. Would you agree with that sentiment, Sam, or is it a different person?
Those questions are so hard because it's so hard to compare Serena with Simone Biles with Angel Reese, who's just, one of the best basketball players of all time, right?
Okay. It's okay.
Are you out of your freaking mind?
What are you doing to me?
That was his opinion. You should have seen the message he sent me, Christy. He said how much he likes Angel Reese, and apparently he's buying you a jersey for Christmas.
No, he's not.
Then I'll mail it to your house.
See, and I think Simone Biles with the I will go Simone because of just the worldwide impact. And listen, Serena's fantastic, but overall, when you go off of absolute worldwide impact and what she's done in such a short amount of time, I got to go with Simone Biles. And Stephen Smith pointed out there's a lot of recency bias with that as well. When you look at names from Jackie Joyner-Kersee and Lisa Leslie and people that were, Billie Jean King, So I don't necessarily think that there's an easy answer to that. I don't think there's definitely wrong answer. There's wrong answers, obviously, but I think there's more than one right answer.
Who's the male GOAT then?
Michael Jordan. Come on now.
Michael Phelps.
Wayne Gretzky.
He's up there.
Jesse Owens. Usain Bolt.
Oh yeah, he's good too.
Who would you honestly say is the male?
The greatest of all time male?
I think Phelps is got to be in the conversation.
Yeah, he's got like what 8 gold? How many gold medals?
A lot. Like 19 or something.
Yeah, it's high.
I don't know that it's Jordan. Because I think to be the GOAT, you can't be an argument for not being the GOAT of your own sport. Whether you like it or not, there is an argument to be made that Jordan is not the GOAT of basketball. The LeBron argument is at least there. Whether you agree with it or not, it's at least there. Whereas you look at Phelps, you can't argue that he's not the GOAT of swimming.
Lionel Messi?
Who's that?
Nope, Steven's right. Yep, he's right. It is Joe Burrow. Yeah. How did I forget? It is Joe Burrow. It is absolutely Joe Burrow. I love it. Yep, he's right.
Oh,
Is the rumors true that Joe Burrow is supposed to be in Dancing with the Stars?
I would be stunned if that's accurate.
That
doesn't seem like something he would do.
Listen. If anybody is TMZ over here,
clearly it's her. Daniel Jones, yeah, Daniel Jones. But like Usain Bolt is probably the greatest sprinter of all time.
Yeah,
but you can't do anything else, right?
Does it matter?
I'm just saying,
and here you go. Here's one for you. Where's Joey Chestnut rank?
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut.
Oh, the hot dog eating.
Yeah.
Well,
that's Sam and our legend right there, man.
Did you see the question of if the 100-meter dash happened, and it was Usain Bolt against Joey Chestnut, but to do it, you had to eat a hot dog before you'd run the 100-meter dash, who would win? Would it be Joey Chestnut or Usain Bolt? I don't know if you saw this argument. Who do you think would win? So it was a 100-meter dash, but before you could start running, you had to eat a hot dog. Who wins? Is it Joey Chestnut or is it Usain Bolt?
It's still Usain Bolt.
You think so?
Yeah, yes. That man is in such. I feel like he could eat. I feel like he could eat a whole like.
How long would it take Usain Bolt to eat a hot dog? Because you got to think Joey Chestnut.
We could just all his mouth in one shot.
Okay, so the timer, the gun fires, and you have to eat the hot dog before you can run.
And then when there's nothing left in your mouth, you run.
Oh, Joey might get him.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, because he can probably put it down in about 3 seconds. Usain Bolt probably closer to like 7. So a 4-second head start. How long?
It'll be like Mr. Freeze in Atlanta.
Yeah, really. Well, there's the how long? How much of a head start would you need to beat Usain Bolt?
8 seconds.
I think you're being generous. What would be if you ran 100-meter dash? If you went out to the football field right now and ran 100-meter dash, what would be your time?
19 seconds.
That sounds about right. Like, but when's the last time you ran 100 meters?
2 years ago.
What?
Yeah, at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
2 years ago.
Was that a sprint?
Woman.
Was that a sprint or a jog?
Yeah. No, it was a sprint. I laid on the ground in the fetal position for a good 20 minutes afterwards, but it was definitely a sprint.
Did they need the defib after it to resuscitate you?
No, but London came in and was like Simba with Mufasa, like shaking me as
I believe that 100%. 100% I believe that. So like this weekend, I have a fantasy football draft, and to get the order, we're doing a combine. And
have you seen the way that the baseball players are doing their draft?
So did you eat a hot dog before or after the 100-meter dash, Leroy?
After. So
I've seen a lot of the fun ones. I saw one with they're throwing stuff off the, like throwing army men down or something, right? Or
the Blue Jays
parachutes.
did that. The Blue
I've
Jays
seen
did
also
that.
where people are doing cameos.
Yeah, so some group made Drake May do it. Like Drake May finished practice,
I saw
and they
that.
held the board out, and they were like, "Fill it out. Make sure it's completely unbiased."
Paul did have a good draft. Yahoo did not. I think it was Yahoo did not like his draft at all.
I thought it was all right.
His looked pretty good. I think you're right, Paul. You're not going to be able to do the draft because you're going to be too tired mentally and physically. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. We're doing like a 40-yard dash. We're doing a 3-cone drill. We're doing like a throwing contest. And apparently they're wanting to do something that at each cone of the 3-cone drill, you have to like drink something. I'm like, no. I'll just finish last that one.
I'm going to whine the whole time and just be like, look, I'll just take a last pick.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'll take last. I'm okay. Yep, that's fine. I'll still win. It's okay.
Is it Snake?
What's that? Is it Snake? No, Steven, video is not allowed.
I'm definitely taking last pick. If it's Snake, I'm absolutely
video
taking
is
last.
not allowed, Steven. I think that's one of the rules. Is video is not allowed. Nor should it be. Nor should it be allowed. Because there could be a bunch of very out of shape men.
I really like the creative way that we're doing with the with losers of fantasy football, and like with like this whole picking the order of the draft. I don't necessarily like the direction.
So you don't like the Waffle House challenge? You don't like the Waffle House challenge or the
Waffle House challenge is fine. We've had great discussions about that. But there was a guy at Wrigley Field who's wearing a clown costume who definitely was there because he lost at fantasy football and had to wear a big sign around his neck.
There was somebody that
had fantasy football.
There was somebody that was going to have to wear a Aaron Rodgers jersey to a game at Lambeau next year.
Yeah, but that didn't happen now, did it?
Well, maybe do you do double or nothing next year?
No.
Are you doing this bet again next year with him?
No. I didn't want to do the bet this year.
I like the ride the tricycle off the ramp and can't pedal whoever rolls the furthest. That sounds like a terrible idea. That sounds like a terrible idea.
I love it. I love it so much, Paul.
Terrible idea.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Terrible idea.
Put that comment back up. Put it up. Yes. That is old.
That is such a terrible idea. Such a terrible idea.
Wonderful.
Any parting thoughts then for this week?
I did, but I don't remember what they were. I'll remember it 30 seconds after you hit the outro music.
Well, that's what we're here for, right? We'll see you back next week. I guess next week, do we want to do a... I already had one ankle surgery this year. Don't need another. I guess next week we do a little college football preview, and then 2 weeks do an NFL preview. Because we're getting close to that. Because I know college football kind of starts this week, but really gets started next weekend. So I think next week's our college football preview show, right?
Correct.
And then NFL, 2 weeks away.
Oh, I did want to say, I did want to ask, I'm interested in the comment section as well, because most of you aren't fans of this team. the Michigan Wolverines punishment. Was that too much, too little, or was that right? And follow-up question, was it what you expected it to be? I guess that's probably the bigger, because I expected there to be nothing on that punishment.
Honestly, I didn't follow it enough because like for me being a Kentucky fan.
Oh yeah, Big Ten doesn't count.
Well, no, and the only way that it's relevant, Michigan is relevant to Kentucky is if Kentucky makes the playoff or a New Year's Six bowl, and Kentucky hasn't been good enough the past couple of years to do that. So because of that, I just haven't cared. And that's just like, it's just been one of those things that it's not. Now, if it was an SEC school because Kentucky plays them, it impacts Kentucky. But Michigan's punishment has no impact on Kentucky at all. So because of that, it doesn't affect me as much. Or Western. But for you, being a Big Ten person, it affects you a lot more. Just like if this punishment would happen to Florida, you probably wouldn't care as much. Am I wrong?
I'm just saying. Sometimes you amaze me with your, I love college football, but only SEC teams.
It just means more.
Yeah. It's really easy when you tell all your teams that they're ranked. You just, oh man.
What?
Nothing.
You're tired.
Shut up.
Chris, do you have any Angel Reese takes?
Funny.
Christy's their number one fan. Leroy, we'll see you next week.
That's bullshit.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You gotta stop bringing up that woman's name.
Have her apologize. Have her apologize. Paul can't be hearing those words.
Not sorry, Sam.
Wow. See you next week.
Are you proud of yourself?
You're going to have fun with that now, aren't you? Look at John. His poor innocent ears. Oh, my goodness.
John is a medic. I assure you he hears more in one night than I did in my entire year in the Army.
Oh, does he? Does he? I was going to say, you probably learned all sorts of words.
All kinds of new and interesting words, yes.
Oh, I can imagine. We'll see you next week.